What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm Nia Martin. I hope you're all doing great. So Chelsea just beat AC Milan again, but this time at San Siro, 2-0 in the group stages, and yeah, we are now top of the table. Who would have thought? 6 days ago we were at the bottom of the table and we're dreading playing AC Milan. And we beat them twice home and away, 3-0, 2-0, convincing wins too. And it's happy day at the club. It's happy days at the club. But like, just seems like our season has completely turned around, and this is the fourth win in a row. I'm happy for Graham Potter too as well, because a lot of us really didn't really expect this much from him, but he's gradually putting a stamp on the team, and I'm happy with how we play and everything. So let's just get straight into it. But before I start, if you've not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe. If you watch this video to the end and you enjoy the video, give the video a like, hit the notification bell too as well if you want to receive updates or notifications early anytime I release a video. Thank you so much for the support. I'm on 75 subscribers now. Let's take it to 100. Let's get back to the game. So let's start with the lineup. He went with the 3-4-2-1 formation. Chalobah, Silva, Koulibaly at the back, Kepa in goal, James on the right, Chilwell on the left, Kovacic, Jorginho in the middle, Mount, Sterling playing behind Aubameyang in attack. But I keep repeating myself because I keep saying that the formation worked, because yes, the formation that he always goes with works. I think except for the one we played against Salzburg, but that was his first game, so I can't really fault him there. But since then, all the different kinds of formation he has played 4 at the back, he has played 3 at the back. So far, it's all worked. So I'm happy about that. I don't think I saw any complaints about it. This was the reason why he went to certain players in the Wolves game, because he was resting them for this game, and you could clearly see that they were fresher, they were more ready to play this game, and they did very, very well in my opinion. Like the whole team as a whole did very, very well. There were some small hiccups. There were some small underperformers, but as a whole, they did very well, and they were good. So the game started very, very well. I think it was an even game in the first half. I don't really think we were controlling the ball that much. They were the ones. You could see that the intention was clearly there from kickoff, that they wanted to win this game. They wanted to turn the tie around, because we beat them in the home game, and they wanted to win the away match. Although it's group stages, the points that matter, and they wanted to get the points. You could see it, and you could see that they were very, very aggressive in the beginning too as well. We still kept our cool and were playing as instructed. We had a plan, and we're following the plan to the T. We didn't really let them intimidate us in the opening minutes, and then in the 18 minutes we got a penalty. And this is the controversial part of the game. This is the most talked part of the game. It even took a long time from when the penalty was given to when it was taken, because there were some issues going on. The VAR was checking the penalty, the decision. The Tomori didn't really understand why he got the red card. The fourth official was trying to explain it to him. Mount and Giroud were having little argument. They also had to be yellow carded. So there was a lot going on in that small space. And yeah, there was a big debate online on whether that was supposed to be a straight red. Mount was in clear on goal. Mount got the ball and he was running in on goal, and then Tomori had his hands all over him. He didn't really succeed in bringing him down. I think he wanted to bring him down earlier, but Mount stood his ground and went further into the box, and I think when he was about to take his shot, and he fell down, but he still got his shot off. I think certain players would have gone down very, very early, and immediately when they felt a hand touch them, they would have gone down just to win the penalty. But Mount was very, very determined to score that goal, and he didn't go down immediately. But the fact that Tomori's hands were all over him, trying to bring him down, it was definitely a pen. It was definitely a pen. But whether it was a red card or not, I want us to read the rules first, and then we'll talk about it. So, denying a goal or an obvious goal scoring opportunity. I'm reading this from the English FA rules, and I think it's the general FIFA rules as well. So, denying a goal or an obvious goal scoring opportunity, DOCSO, that's the abbreviation they've given them. They've given it. Where a player commits an offense against an opponent within their own penalty area, which denies an opponent an obvious goal scoring opportunity, and the referee awards a penalty, kick, the offender is cautioned if the offense was an attempt to play the ball. In all other circumstances, into bracket example, holding, pulling, pushing, no possibility to play the ball, the offending player must be sent off. So this is the key thing. This is the key thing to this rule. As long as the referee gives a penalty, right, and it's a clear goal scoring opportunity, because you could see Mount was definitely going to score. He was going to score it. Whether he would have scored it or not, it was clear that he was going to score. And as long as the referee gives a penalty, it's a red card. He has to be sent off according to the rules. This rule, I'm very, very sure, is one of the more recent rules, because I know in the past this wouldn't have even been given. With the kind of foul that Tomori made, he would have gone off with a yellow card. And I've seen it given as a yellow card in the Prem, even in recent times. So, but this is the rule. This is the rule that we were operating under when the issue happened. So he was sent off. It was harsh, in my opinion. And I think some referees would ignore this rule and still give a yellow card instead. But the referee followed the rules, the T, and the rules, the rules. So he had to give him a red card. And that was where the debate was, whether it was a red card or not. The thing is that if it happened to a Chelsea fan, I would be so angry. I know a lot of Chelsea fans would be so, so angry. We would not even be defending the fact that it's a rule or not. We'll be so angry because it's such a soft red card to give, because that's straight red. That was a straight red. And so it was harsh on Tomori, definitely harsh on Tomori, harsh on AC Milan, but that's the rule. That's the rule. So, and then 21st minute, finally, Jorginho took it and then we scored. Jorginho took a brilliant penalty. We saw the hop and skip again. He hasn't really done the hop and skip penalty style for a very long time, but today we saw it in full flow. He has done different variations of it in the past, but today we saw it in its full glory, and he had a very, very good performance too as well. So shortly after the penalty, the game changed. After the penalty, the game changed. They became even more aggressive after the penalty, but it opened up their defense a bit, and we were getting chances more behind that defense. And then I think in the 27th minute, Giroud also had a header, a free header. I thought Giroud should have buried it. Giroud usually buries that, but he didn't bury it this time around, which is a plus for us, definitely. And then after that, 34th minute, Aubameyang had his goal. Third goal of the season. He's been fantastic. He's been fantastic. And I keep saying that this is the kind of striker that we want. This is the kind of poacher that we want. He doesn't really do much in the game. Today, he didn't really do much in the game. And the games that he has scored in the past too, he didn't really do much in the game, but he got his chances and he scored. That's what we want to see of the striker. That's what we want to see of a number 9. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. That's what the best strikers do in the world. They don't really do much. You don't see them defending. You don't see them hanging around the midfield that much. They just they just make the right passes, make the right runs. They are there when there's a chance. They are there when there's a cross comes in to put it behind the net. And that is what Aubameyang is doing, and I'm very, very happy for him. Mount assisted, by the way, a very, very good pass from Mount to find him. I think Sterling was running towards it, and I think Aubameyang made him know that he was there, and Sterling left the ball, and Aubameyang hit it on the bottom right corner of the goal. He beat keeper in a very, very tight corner on the right hand side, and we scored. We went into the halftime 2-0 up. It's very, very good to go into halftime leading, especially when we're 2 goals up. It builds the confidence of the players and makes them more comfortable coming out into the second half. So it was very, very good. It was very, very good. So the second half started, and then I think Graham Potter made a change. He brought off Mount. He took off Mount and brought on Gallagher. So Gallagher came on for the second half, and then it got me worried. But I thought Mount was injured, but apparently he wasn't. I think it was just a caution so that he doesn't get red carded, because after that penalty, it seemed like the AC Milan defenders were targeting Mount because he was our best player. He had a very, very fantastic performance. I'll talk more on Mount to get to the end or later in the review. But yeah, he was having a very fantastic performance, and the AC Milan players saw how it was worrying them and wanted to take him out. They were really, really making very, very bad tackles on him, and that was also getting him frustrated. So it was a good caution so that he would not get a red card, and he could also be rested also for the Premier League game that we have coming up next. So it all worked well. But I think when we took him off, it just reduced our attacking abilities a little bit, but it all worked well. It all worked well. We came out winners, so that was cool. And then when Gallagher came on, I think he had a chance very, very early on. I think in the 49th minute he had a missed chance, and I thought he should have scored that because he got a very good pass fed into him, and then he beat the AC Milan keeper. He beat the AC Milan goalkeeper, took the ball around him, and then he took too many touches in my opinion. Like I thought when immediately he took it around the AC Milan keeper, he should have slotted it in, but he didn't. He took another touch, and then he hit it in the side. He hit it onto the side net, and then yeah, that was a chance missed. And I don't think he did much afterwards. We had a few chances after that. Aubameyang had a chance. James had a chance. We didn't really trouble them in the second half that much. But yeah, we did. But they also had a chance. I think they had a chance in the 60th minute. Serginho Dest had a very clear chance on scoring, but he didn't play the shot very well. He just skyrocketed that shot above the goal, and it was again good for us if opposition missed chances. But there was another worrying thing too that also happened in the game. Reese got injured. He went in for a tackle. I think he didn't land well. I think on his right leg, and he decided to carry on. I saw him walking. I saw him that he wanted to carry on, just like the Fofana injury as well. Fofana also wanted to carry on, and he played for a while, and I realized that he couldn't, so he had to substitute it off. And I'm just hoping it's not a serious injury. Again, Graham Potter said that we have to he has to go and do some scans, he has to go and do some checks so that we'll determine how serious it is. But he walked off, so I'm just hoping that it's not really a serious injury. The World Cup is around the corner, and they've really had bad luck when it comes to um right back. I'm talking about the English team because Kyle Walker is out injured, Trent is out injured, now James is also out injured. So I think they are left with a few options. Ben White is there, Wan Bissaka is also there. They have a few options, but I don't think they are good enough as these people who are injured. So I don't know. It's up to them to decide. I'm just hoping that it's not a serious injury for Reece and he can come back sooner than later for Chelsea and then hopefully go to the World Cup as well. So the game really didn't, like, nothing really happened in the second half. The second half was very slow and boring, to be honest. Like, I think because we took these players off, Aspi came on for Reece. I think Loftus-Cheek also came on. Mount was also off in the second half, so it just reduced our attacking abilities a bit. We tried to attack, but I think they weren't letting any more goals, and they were solid in the second half. And yeah, we couldn't really get forward that much, but we ended up winning. The game ended 2-0, and yeah, happy days for Chelsea. Like I said, we are now top of the table in Group E. And 6 days ago, we were bottom of the table. So we now have a better chance at qualifying for the groups, for the knockout stages. And so now I just want to talk about standout players. Mount was definitely our best player of the night. He was everywhere. He was doing everything. He won the penalty, and he even got the man of the match because he was so excellent in the first half that nobody could top it in the second half, even when he wasn't there. And he got the man of the match. And I think Chelsea fans should respect him more. Some Chelsea fans, I know most Chelsea fans respect him, but I think some Chelsea fans just hate him for no reason. This man has been carrying our club for like 3 seasons in a row, and he's still carrying our club now. So in the fourth season running, so I think we should put some respect on him. Yes, he hasn't really had a good start to the season, but he's picking up form. He's picking up form. So I'm just happy for him. I'm happy that he's picking up form. He just needs a goal now to boost his confidence. He hasn't scored this season, and he needs a goal to score to boost his confidence. And he'll be back to the amount that we know, and even better. So happy for him. He won the man of the match, and yeah, definitely happy for him. And then Jorginho and Kovacic, solid, solid in the midfield. These are the kind of games that they excel in because they were a player down, so the game really changed. And in the second half, they locked that defense and were trying to get goals up top. So we needed this kind of players, Jorginho, Kovacic, to kind of control that midfield, lock that midfield down, not allow them to string passes together, not allow them to orchestrate attacks. And they did very well. Jorginho was excellent in my opinion, and I think he was a close second to Mount in that game. But Mount's first half was so good there. nothing nothing they could have done in the second half, unless a player miraculously scored a hat trick or scored a brace in the second half. they were not up in that amount of performance in the first half. So that concludes my review of the AC Milan versus Chelsea game. What do you think about the game? Do you have any standout players, the players that I didn't talk about? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you watched this video to the end, hit the like button. It helps the video a lot. It helps to push the video out there so more Chelsea fans like yourself will see it. And also hit the notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you get notified and you see it early. So yeah, thank you so much for the support on the previous videos as well. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.